Anglers Extra.
Back on the Anglers Extra pregame show with Tom Holliday. I'm Josh Schaefer, and it's time for the Manager Show as the Anglers welcome a visiting team out of the East to Veterans Field for the final time in the regular season. Game 43, Coach. It seemed like the season kind of just went by very quickly.
Well, now it does. I mean, every season has a little slowdown to it, and you know, the speed up was fun. You know, when we finally got all of our guys here, and then it was like everybody in the league was really good, and every game was a battle. And I think now that it's almost over, it's almost a different league because some of the teams that were loaded are no longer loaded, and I don't know if I liked it. I think I liked it better when everybody was loaded.
Now, the Firebirds in town today, but before we touch on that, I want to talk about something a little bit more personal to you, and that's your son Matt signing a minor league deal to get back into baseball. Big news that came out just a few days ago. Now, what was that whole decision like for him? I know you were kind of a part of it.
Well, kind of, you know, maybe not as much a part of it as you might think, because I haven't seen him in a couple months since I came up here, and he was fighting a virus for about 6-7 months, and they found out what it was, and they had to treat it. And you know, I never wanted him to walk away from the game not wholeheartedly believing that he couldn't play anymore. And that virus that he got it last year while he was playing for the Yankees, and he was really disappointed he couldn't finish the season the way he started it. You know, and to see a guy's career end that way, kind of like, it's ugly, you know, and then it's your kid. So it become real ugly to me, you know, and deep inside you just have to keep your mouth shut. And if he's done, then he's done. But I think spending the summer in Stillwater with his brother and hitting every day and running around with his two kids and watching him play reminded him how much he loved to play. And I always said, you know, you're done playing when nobody gives you a uniform. Obvious. And you know, it just took a little while for somebody to say that, you know, this guy's missing. And so now he's got a challenge, and I don't know if he's going to be as good as he was. I don't care. You know, I care more about the fact he's getting it out of his system. Because, you know, it's like anything you do in the baseball world, it's like people judge you the way they see you the last time they see you. And, you know, his ending to season with the Yankees was miserable. And, you know, the Rockies, that's where he started playing. It's a great story if he comes back and helps them get into playoffs. You know, his last year with the Rockies is the first time they'd ever gone to the World Series. So it could be a beautiful ending to a great career.
Well, it's so good to see him get that uniform back on, and your other son coaching in college baseball at Oklahoma State, and now you're back coaching college baseball here on Cape Cod. And now we transition into game 43 of 44 here on Cape Cod, and kind of a fitting way that the fog is rolling in on the regular season final home game of the year.
No way. I mean, everybody's saying that, but this is one time when we probably would really enjoy a 6-inning fog out. It won't happen because we would use it. You know, it'd be nice because pitching-wise, the last 2 games have been a concern. And we do have some new guys that I want to get out on the mound so they can basically show us whether they can help us in the playoffs. So I'd like to play. We don't need 2 9-inning games, and the games are big to Orleans. But it could not be big if the right things happen, you know, going in. It could be over for Orleans and could make tonight and tomorrow really hard to play. But we actually have our pitching lined up. So tonight, Jack Conlon and Johnny McMillan and Zach Knoll, those 3 guys, we're going to use this game to get those guys ready for the playoffs. And then you're going to see all the new guys. And God only knows what the score is going to be. And it's good that it doesn't really matter.
Now, you brought it up perfectly. This game, The next game, even last night, essentially don't mean a whole lot to your ball club, but it means a whole heck of a lot to the Orleans Firebirds. And this is your first taste of really the Orleans-Chatham rivalry, but you have a good relationship with Kelly Nicholson. Now, what are you expecting out of the Firebirds these last 2 games fighting for a playoff spot when it's essentially win or go home?
Well, I noticed they played a really good game last night and got beat 2-0, and that's, shutouts around this league are hard to do. I don't feel the rivalry. I haven't been here long enough to jump into that. I thought last night was important. We were on the road playing a team that we're going to play, and we know that. And I'm not into the, 5 in a row, give them the 6th game so that you don't go into the playoffs 6-0 against them. I'd rather do it the other way. I'd rather beat them the way we did last night and keep that momentum with them going. So, we got a really well-pitched game last night, and that's good because our 3rd and 4th starters are going to win this thing for us if we're going to win it. So Tristan, what he did last night, proved to us that we could win this thing. And Bell's getting tuned up last night. That was a good thing. And we got a closer in Kyle Hurt that I think can win this thing. So maybe if we can get a piece or 2 from the extra guys in the next, 2 ball games, it'll be good. But I don't know that, I don't know what Orleans is going to do if they get eliminated. I don't know. Somebody whispered in my ear today that half their team will be gone tomorrow if they get locked out tonight. And we have to go there and play. And the commissioner said we have to play the game. Again, we have a little purpose, kind of fine-tuning, and our lineup tonight is going to be resting guys. We have 6 guys resting tonight. And tomorrow, we'll use tomorrow to bring those guys back so that they can get ready for the playoffs. So Friday is a good day to have off. We want that day off, so we don't want any fog. And if we do, I want it after 5, and I want it to be hey, I don't care because after 5 it counts. And then tomorrow, whatever it is, it is. We might need 27 at-bats tomorrow night to get ready for the playoffs. And yet, right now, I look in that dugout, and there's some guys sitting in there, and they're tired. But what the heck, they've been here for 7 weeks. Why not finish the deal? And let's just go out and win this thing. And at least you played for something, and they've made their impression on the pro world. They've disappeared. So now it's a real gut check, and I love the way some of our kids are responding.
Well, we both touched on it a couple times. These last couple games don't mean a whole lot to the Anglers, but still a lot going on within these next couple days. So, Coach, thanks for joining us, and best of luck against the Firebirds, and as always, the fog.
Yeah, not really worried about the Firebirds, and I'm, for a change, I'm not even worried about the fog. And well, you know what I feel like saying right now, but I won't say it. But bottom line is that it's kind of a good feeling knowing that the regular season's coming to an end and we're going to be in the postseason.
Forget about the fog. Just come out here and play a couple of baseball games and get ready for the postseason. Coach Tom Holliday mentioned the stellar pitching last night from Tristan English and Jeff Belch. Well, Cooper Boardman, when we come back, has Tristan English on the catch of the day as the Anglers Extra pregame show continues.